You won't believe the tea we're spilling today. From secret breakups to shocking lies, this is Unreal Tea. Hit subscribe before the drama starts. Welcome, everyone! Right from the start, fans believed they knew everything about Kody Brown. The charming polygamist husband, father of 18, man whose family life unspooled for the world on Sister Wives. But what if the smiling dad on our TV screens was hiding something? What if his childhood was not the idyllic tale we've been told, but something much darker, much more unexpected, and full of secrets that might turn fans' perceptions of him forever? Tonight, we lift the curtain on the concealed past of Kody Brown, secrets buried in the shadows of his past. Stories of betrayal, collapse, and revelations that even his closest family members never dared to share publicly. And as the truth comes to light, fans everywhere are left reeling with one question: what else has Kody been hiding all these years? In this investigation, we'll uncover the cracks in his carefully built image. We'll expose fan theories, explosive proof, and jaw-dropping patterns from his earliest moments. The same building blocks that could hold the key to everything about the man he was, the marriages that imploded, and the empire that's currently crumbling. But first, let's show you the truth. I want you to visualize this: a young Kody coming of age in a society where control, concealment, and image were paramount. A childhood forged not by liberty, but by silhouettes of expectation and the repercussions of going out of bounds. And in those silhouettes hides the secret that fans are now dubbing the most surprising revelation to date. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear may forever change the way you see Kody Brown. When Sister Wives premiered on TLC in 2010, the world met the Browns as a contemporary polygamist family who were open to sharing their story with the masses. At the heart of it all, Kody Brown, a man who referred to himself as happy, adventurous, and committed to his wives and children. Viewers watched week after week, feeling they were seeing a glimpse of a rare view into a religion, a way of life, and a family dynamic few had ever experienced previously. But reality TV is an artificial universe. Smiles, Sunday suppers, and emotional interviews reported one story. Behind the scenes, cracks started to appear: tension among wives, money issues, and the emotional breakdown of the very bonds on which the show rested. And still, none of these imperfections could have made fans ready for what they're discovering about Kody's history. Because long before the cameras, long before Christine, Janelle, Meri, and Robyn, long before TLC's bright lights, Kody's youth was making him the man viewers either defend or hate today. Kody has frequently sketched out his youth as plain, religious, and unassuming. A big, dreaming Wyoming boy. But others, like old neighbors, old friends, and even internet detectives, are finding tales that ring less like innocence and more like secrecy, control, and buried betrayal. And as all too familiar with fans, secrets never remain hidden forever. This isn't curiosity. This is about understanding how a kid who once grew up in silence and under duress matured into a man who insisted on loyalty, constructed an empire, and then saw it all come crashing down before millions of viewers. His boyhood isn't just a backstory. It's the missing puzzle piece that accounts for his fixation on image, his combative courtroom struggles, and the tragic betrayals that fans are still witnessing. And so, in order to make sense of the current meltdown, we need to go back to Wyoming, back to the Brown family residence, back to the formative years when Kody's secrets were scripted into his history, long before TLC cameras ever turned. What was Kody's childhood actually like? And what secrets from those years are only just being revealed? The answers will blow your mind. Years before the tabloids, before the cameras, and before the Sister Wives empire, there was simply Wyoming, a harsh land where the Kody Brown saga began. His childhood seemed typical to the outside world. But those familiar with the Browns of yesteryear paint a picture of childhood that was hardly ordinary. Kody himself has at times discussed growing up in a polygamous family. His dad, Brown, went on to take several wives himself, exposing young Kody to the lifestyle he would eventually live as a grown man. But beneath those relaxed disclosures is something more sinister: a kid torn between fidelity, concealment, and tacit coercion. Neighbors recall the Browns as reserved, secretive, and periodically reclusive. Kids were instructed early on to keep family business under wraps. And in Kody's case, that meant protecting not only the family's religious rituals, but also the increasing battles behind closed doors. Viewers now wonder, was this being discreet the seed that would later take root as Kody's control obsession? From several web-based fan probes, it's been discovered that Kody's youth wasn't all about religion. It was about mere survival. Money troubles were a dime a dozen. Supposedly, the family relocated several times to evade judgment, gossip, and even authorities questioning their way of life. Picture this young boy being instructed, "Never tell anyone too much. Keep the truth inside." It is no wonder that those directions etched a deep imprint. Fast forward to Sister Wives, and fans notice a pattern. Kody demanding loyalty from his wives, silencing opposition, and exploding whenever his authority is questioned. Could those traits be traced all the way back to a childhood shaped by fear and silence? Some allege that Kody's early years included moments of isolation, being the boy who couldn't fully explain his family to outsiders. The kid who learned that if the truth came out, it would destroy everything. For a child, that burden can be crushing. For an adult, it can become rage, dominance, and emotional breakdown. And yet, the most surprising aspect of Kody's childhood tale isn't the secrecy. It's a secret so intimate, so inextricably linked to his eventual downfall, that supporters now can't comprehend how it took decades to reveal. What was this secret? And how did it trail along after him right into his marriages and right into TLC fame? That tale is only just getting started. As Kody matured, the lessons of secrets and manipulation carried along after him into adulthood. By the time the show Sister Wives aired, fans witnessed a man who talked about love, freedom, and choice. Behind the scenes, however, his history had already set the stage for the drama to follow. Consider the timeline. Kody constructed his family with Meri, Janelle, Christine, and then Robyn, and fans watched it happen. But the battles that unfolded on screen, favoritism, financial infidelity, emotional meltdowns, weren't created in the 2010s. They were reverberations of a boy brought up in secrecy, now replayed on a national stage. Some insiders assert that even in the early years of his marriages, Kody withheld some facts from his wives. Tales of his history of financial struggles, tales of the looming shadow of his father over the family, and most of all, a constant urge to demonstrate that he was able to transcend his background. But what happened instead was that Kody mirrored the cycle. The secrecy turned to favoritism. The control turned into emotional manipulation. And the betrayal? Well, viewers witnessed that playing out in real life. Christine, for instance, once indicated that she felt invisible within the marriage. Janelle confessed that money was never made clear. And Meri? She was silenced for years before finally speaking up. If you listen closely, all of these stories lead back to one refrain. A boy who grew up learning to suppress, dominate, and silence. And then came along Robyn. When Robyn came into the picture, fans contend that Kody's childhood lessons completely got in the driver's seat. Defend the favorite. Silence the opposition. Manipulate the narrative. Robyn wasn't only a wife, she became the wall for Kody's past. But the tighter he held on to her, the more the rest of the family crumbled. And the secrets didn't end there. Financial records, purported secret accounts, and courtroom rumors imply that Kody might have picked up one thing too well from his childhood. When in trouble, keep rolling the truth. Keep folks guessing. Never spill the whole truth. But secrets have a tendency to catch up. Just as Kody once sought to keep his childhood life under wraps, he's now standing in a courtroom, unable to keep secrets from fans, from his wives, or from the law. The question isn't if Kody's secrets will spill, it's how much damage they will do when they inevitably do. If the Sister Wives fandom is good at anything, it's connecting dots. The instant rumors of Kody's childhood secrets started circulating, fans all over the internet lit up with theories, outrage, and shock. On Reddit, one user commented, another fan commented, and on Twitter, reactions were even blunter. Some fans admit to being betrayed. Years they thought they were witnessing a love story, a family standing together against adversity. But as more and more is revealed, the barbs get wittier, the disillusionment runs deeper. One viral thread summed it up perfectly. Others are more cynical, positing that Kody has consciously employed his history as an alibi to justify his behavior. This binary sympathy or condemnation has only helped to fuel the debate. Fans aren't merely viewing anymore. They're examining, dissecting, and even prognosticating what's next. And as the discussion bursts on platforms, one thing is clear. Kody's childhood isn't a private background anymore. It's public testimony in the court of fan opinion. But what do these responses contribute to the larger picture? What do they show us about what's next for Sister Wives, the courtroom fights, and the downfall of the Brown dynasty? The answers may be closer than anyone expects. Taking the bigger picture into account, Kody Brown's childhood isn't mere backstory. It's the template of all that has transpired on Sister Wives. The secrecy, the financial wars, the broken marriages, all of it ties back to what he learned as a kid. And now fans and pundits are asking the same question. What is next? Prediction 1. The drama in the courtroom will only escalate. If Kody's early lessons were about hiding and covering up no matter what, then fans think he will double down in court. But secrecy has limits. Legal pressure and financial scrutiny could expose even more shocking truths, including assets, hidden agreements, and betrayals that go far beyond what viewers have already seen. Prediction 2. The wives will continue to gain power in the narrative. Christine has already become the fan favorite for breaking free. Janelle, with her quiet strength, is finding her voice. Even Meri, who was once cast aside, has got her moment of triumph. Fans are speculating that both women's narratives will now be positioned as a triumph over secrecy, the same secrecy Kody learned as a child. Prediction number 3, the downfall of Kody's public persona. No longer the leader of a large, well-working family, Kody is now villainized in his own narrative. And as fan discourse becomes more vocal, TLC producers could be presented with a dilemma: to keep using him as the focal point or shift the show's attention completely to the women and their wins. A few fans even suggest a spin-off show without Kody in the limelight. And then there's prediction 4, the legacy of Kody's children. Fans usually forget that over 18 children have lived under his reign. As time goes by, the fans believe that more and more voices will emerge, more will be told, and more of Kody's personal world will crumble. His childhood secrets may have built him, but his kids' voices could remake his legacy forever. So where does this leave Kody? A man forged by secrecy, revealed by family, and now trapped by both fans and authorities. His tale is not done. In fact, some say the most devastating page has yet to be turned. Because the real question still stands. Can Kody make it out alive after the empire he created comes crashing down, or will his childhood secrets finally be the end of it all? It all builds to this moment. The whispers, the fan theories, the secret shadows of Kody's past, colliding with the harsh spotlight of today. And what emerges is a truth so raw that even the most loyal Sister Wives fans were left stunned. According to insiders, one of Kody's most guarded childhood memories is now being linked to his behavior as a husband and father, a memory he vowed would never come to light. And yet, here we are. The cycles of deceit, the insatiable craving for power, the breakdown of relationships that seemed indestructible. Fans are terming it the inevitable consequence of a man who established his family on lies. Envision the burden of decades, the deceptions uttered to maintain facades, the selflessness required of wives and children, all based on the reverberations of one boy's fear of discovery. Then amplify that by a national viewership of millions, analyzing your every step, every utterance, every silence. That is the tempest Kody Brown endures today. And with the courtroom doors closing, the cameras rolling, fans are left asking the toughest question of all. Was Kody ever really the leader of this family? Or was he always the frightened child hiding behind secrets? This is not merely a family narrative. It's the tale of a collapse. A downfall born in the childhood shadows, transmitted over decades and ultimately bursting under the spotlights of reality TV. Betrayal, shocking revelations, exposed deceptions, and maybe a triumph for those who had opted to leave. And yet still one last piece is missing. The secret that fans claim will transform everything. That secret is out there somewhere, waiting to be discovered. And thus, Kody Brown's secrets from childhood are no longer mere rumors. They are the strings that weave together a lifetime of breakdown, deception, and jaw-dropping surprises. From the first hints of fissures in his history to the fiery trials of the present, viewers are piecing together the puzzle in ways that even the Sister Wives themselves might never have considered. But now the question is no longer one of the past. It's about the future. Can this family heal from secrets so horribly revealed? Or is this the start of a final irreparable downfall? This is what fans call the ultimate collapse. Some think it's a win, an opportunity for Christine, Meri, and Janelle to finally emerge into the light, without the shadows of deception. But there's more to the story. Because while one chapter ends, another starts. And the next revelation might be even more surprising. What do you think? Were Kody's childhood secrets the cause of this family's downfall? Or perhaps there is still something we don't know yet? Leave your ideas in the comments. I read every single one, and your speculations might even be featured in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for what's coming next, because the largest Sister Wives bombshells are yet to come. And the best is yet to come. This family's drama is far from over, so smash like if you're Doc Team Wives, subscribe for the next explosive update, and drop a comment below. Who do you think will win? Stay shady, stay curious. And I'll see you in the next scandal. Behind TLC Sister Wives out!